Hello, my name is Irgy, and today I will solve two cases related to this and storytelling related to the case. Here we are, case 1. Mr. Thompson is a linguist studying the use of language in news reporting. He is particularly interested in how language can convey bias, shape public opinion, and influence the perception of news events. Mr. Thompson analyzed articles from various news outlets covering the same event to identify linguistic patterns that may indicate bias. He also considered the impact of these linguistic choices on the audience's understanding and interpretation of the news. Question: what linguistic features should Mr. Thompson focus on to identify bias in news reporting? Here's the solution. First is lexical choice. The specific words used in reporting can convey positive, negative, or neutral connotations that shape how readers perceive events or individuals. For example, using freedom fighter versus terrorist to describe the same individual frames the person positively or negatively. Contribution to bias. Subtle word choices can lead the audience to sympathize with or condemn subjects, influencing public opinion while maintaining an appearance of objectivity. 2. Framing and emphasis. How information is framed can direct audience attention and shape interpretation. For example, a report on the protests might emphasize violent clashes instead of peaceful demonstration, even if violence was minimal, shaping perception of the protester. Contribution to bias. Framing influences which aspect of an event seem most important, shaping the audience's emotional and cognitive response. Last point, use of quotation and attribution patterns. Reporters may selectively quote sources or use attribution verbs that suggest doubt or credibility. For example, the minister claimed the policy would reduce poverty versus the minister explained the policy would reduce poverty. Contribution to bias. Choice of quotation and attribution can undermine or enhance the credibility of individuals or viewpoints, influencing readers' trust. Now move to case 2. Imagine you are a language planner working for the government of a country with a diverse linguistic landscape. The country has several indigenous languages spoken by different ethnic groups, as well as a dominant national language used for official purpose. Your task is to develop a language policy that promotes linguistic diversity while ensuring effective communication and national unity. Question: how can the government promote the use and preservation of indigenous languages through education? Here's a solution. The government can promote the use and preservation of indigenous language through education by implementing the following strategies. Point 1. Mother tongue-based multilingual education. Use indigenous language as the medium of instruction in early grades while gradually introducing the national language and, if necessary, an international language in higher grades. Benefit: preserve and strengthens indigenous language by using them in formal setting. Support cognitive development and learning as children understand concepts better in their first language and build pride and positive attitudes towards indigenous identities. Point 2. Curriculum development and teaching material. Develop and distribute teaching materials in indigenous languages to support literacy and content learning in those languages. Benefit: increase the functional use of indigenous languages in education, create a standardized reference for reading and writing, aiding language preservation, and involves local communities in the creation of culturally relevant content. The last is teacher training and community involvement. Train teachers in bilingual or multilingual education methods and recruit teachers from indigenous communities who are fluent in the local language. Benefit: ensure effective delivery of education in indigenous language. Provides role models for students, increasing the prestige of indigenous languages, and strengthens community participation in education, ensuring policies align with local cultural and linguistic contexts. And begin to storytelling based on case 1 and 2. When I was working as a language planner intern in a linguistically diverse region, I visited a mountain village where children spoke their indigenous language fluently, but once they entered school, they were forced to use only the national language. One day, I met a girl named Lina, around 7 years old. She was quiet in class, even though at home, her parents told me she was very talkative in her language. I saw how her face lit up when a local teacher greeted her in her indigenous language, but as soon as the lesson began in the national language, she became silent again. Based on the experience, here's what I would do to promote indigenous language in education. 1. Mother tongue first in classroom. Lina's language first. We would allow children like Lina to start learning in their mother tongue for reading, writing, and basic subjects, while gradually introducing the national language. This help children grasp concepts clearly and speak confidently, while also preparing them for national integration. 2. Community stories and local heroes in textbooks. During my time there, I saw children get excited when teachers told stories in their language. We can develop textbooks that include local stories, folklore, and even local heroes in the indigenous language. This not only preserves the language but also builds cultural pride among children. And 3. Train local teachers and respect their voices. We would train and hire teachers from within the community as they understand the culture, language, and struggle. When Lina teacher used her language, it created a bridge between home and school, making her feel seen and respected. So this is my explanation. I'm sorry if there are any misplaced word or misunderstanding word I have to say, and thank you.